potentially taking on Victor Ortiz in your next fight. You want to speak on that? Is that true? Is it smoke, fire behind that, or what's going on with that?
It's getting close to, I think the fight will happen, and it's a big opportunity for me to go out there and show what I can do.
That's what's up, my man. We'll get into a little bit of that later. I just wanted to kind of, put a explanation mark on that to, kind of put those rumblings to rest because, again, it's been talk about it, and you kind of put it out there. It eventually be put to rest, and then, announcement be made, and you go from there. So what else was going on with you, man? The last time we saw you, unfortunately it was in defeat against Tim Bradley. You want to go back down that road and talk about what happened in that fight for the fans out there?
To me, I learned a lot through training camp with that fight. Or just been about being, professional and, the difference between professional and there's certain things, through the training camp that I've learned that, to just kind of even everything out for me. And I guess, I learned a lot as far as conditioning yourself for a fight and things not to do and things to do. And once I get those straight, you'll see the best junior welterweight. And I'm going to even go as far as that. See the best fighter in the world today. You'll see that person come out, and it'll be Lamont Peterson. Because I really truly believe I'm the best 140-pounder out there. Of course, you have to go out there and show it. This gives me the opportunity to go show it.
That's what's up, man. I'm glad that, because I got my opinion. This is our show, so I can say that this is not you, but I got my opinion on how African-American fighters is treated in boxing today, and I just feel as though, they're not brought along properly as some of the other race fighters are. I just think that, just the way that the landscape of boxing has kind of changed, and I just feel some type of way about that, But I'm glad that you're getting another opportunity, to redeem yourself and your loss, man, because the African American fighter is very instrumental in this sport, and you get guys like Paul Williams who fights his ass off and fights anybody put in the ring with him, and the guy's still not a household name fighter in this game. And that kind of pisses me off, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to put that out there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's thank you for that. It's about, really, man, it goes back to our fans.
Right. That's true.
That's true. If we're not putting, bringing the money to the sport, then the promoters are definitely not going to look at African American, because it's all about profits for them.
Right.
And if they can't make any money off you, they more so, you might be a great fighter, but they more so go with the fighter that's going to make them money than a good fighter. So, I understand you on that.
What have been? Go ahead, write it down.
On that note, what has been? You talk about the downs and the lows. What have been some of the most enjoyable things that you've gotten from being a professional boxer, and some of the things you're just like, you know what? I really and truthfully don't even want to do this anymore because of this situation. You want to share that? Like, what have been some of the highs and lows besides losing? What are some of the things that make you say, hey, boxing is, enjoyable. I like to do it. Besides the fact that you like to go out there and fight, but some of the things that make it enjoyable, and some of the things that make it like really unenjoyable.
Yeah, it's a lot of things that that make it not enjoyable. As a professional, in the amateurs, I always enjoy fighting. It's always, you fight in tournaments, may the best man win, and I like it that way. Now it's kind of a lot of picking and choosing, and guys, promoters, managers, just a lot of dirty deals going on behind the scenes deals, and when I, especially like, a lot of things that went on in my career as far as promoters and managers, it turned me off the sport of boxing. I still love to compete in the sport, but as a sport in whole, I'm not too much of a fan of it. I think boxing needs, a change, especially, in that area with, promoters having all the control and the managers having the control when the fighter has no control over anything. and I really don't like that. And if I ever get a chance, and to change anything, anything like that in boxing, I definitely step up and do that. That's part of another reason that pushed me to get on top, so I can have more control over that and check it for the younger fighters that's coming through, and try to help them and lead them along, and so they don't have to go through the things that the current boxers are going through now.
Yeah, I think this fight, and check out my article I wrote called Dinner Before Dessert, and it kind of is paralleled around Pacquiao and Mayweather. And that's the dinner, of course, and the desserts starts this weekend with Marquez and Juanma Lopez. And this fight here is interesting because, if Rafeal Marquez has just a little bit left, because I believe he's the better fighter. I believe he's a more seasoned fighter. He's conditioned and made for this type of fight from his wars with Israel Vasquez. Juanma Lopez, he's been tested by my man. What's my man name? Matthysse. Roger Matthysse, when he rocked his boots and gave him a scare and he barely pulled that fight out. That I don't know. I guess you could say that kind of prepared him for this type of moment by him being tested like that. But Juanma Lopez has showed a lot of chinks in his armor. One of the rumblings about him was he was the better fighter between him and Eureka's Gamboa, because he was more the polished, quote-unquote boxer. But, what we learned in his last couple of fights, that he has just as many as flaws. Not as much, but just as many as flaws as Eureka's Gamboa. Rafael Marquez is not as technically sound as his brother, but he throws good counter punches. He does have a jab. He sets punches up properly, and the problem is he fought 15 fights in 4 with Israel Vasquez, and I think you're going to see the wear and tear on him. And I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I don't know if I'm a big advocate of the Animal Planet, and one of the great things I like to see, because I'm just a sick bastard, I love to see cheetahs run down those gazelles, in the Serengeti. And Rafael Marquez, he's going to be game. He's going to be all that. He's going to come to fight, and he's going to look good in spots. But when Juanma Lopez jump on him, it's a wrap. It's going to be memories of Marco Antonio Barrera and Manny Pacquiao. I like Juanma Lopez to finish the night early. Not early, but 6 rounds sounds about right to me by stoppage. Not TKO, just straight up, just knock him out.
I'm going with Allan Green, because this is not Glen Johnson weight division. I don't care if he came down in weight.
Oh, he did. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I think he didn't look too good in his last fight. He struggled with weight, and now he's always coming down to 168, where he hasn't been since Joe Kawasaki ducked him a couple of times. Sorry, I had to get that one in there. Basically, I think this is basically cherry picking for Allan Green. If he don't win this, he needs to just go home and rethink about some things, because this is basically easy picking for him. It's a chance for him to shine and get his name back up, because I don't think Glen Johnson's going to have the energy to fight the whole full 12 rounds like he used to coming down in weight.